Okay, thank you. Welcome to this special online class, Eco 501 Section 2. And sorry about last Tuesday because of some problems in Dhaka City. We couldn't have the class. তো আজকে আমরা সময় নষ্ট না করে শুরু করি বিকজ 8:30টার মধ্যে আমরা চেষ্টা করবো শেষ করতে যেহেতু তারাবির পড়ার তাগিদ থাকবে অনেকের আচ্ছা where are we? হ্যাঁ ভুলে গেছি ক্যামেরা শেয়ার করার জন্য ওই তো share. So can you see the slides?
Yes, sir.
Okay, lovely. So আমরা এই সপ্তাহে যেটা বেসিক্যালি দেখবো and do stop me if you don't understand, huh? We're going to look at prisoner's dilemma and asymmetric information. We won't look at anything
স্যার
more.
স্যার গত ক্লাসে আপনি বলছিলেন আমাদের একটা অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট দিবেন স্যার সেটার ব্যাপারে কিছু পরে আর জানা যায় নাই আসলে কি
I'll
জি, স্যার।
answer that question at the last. আমার খেলা সেটা
ওকে স্যার
okay হ্যাঁ I'll answer হ্যাঁ
ওকে
okay so what we did we looked at a payoff matrix. We showed where the Nash equilibrium is. Then we said something called prisoner's dilemma, which we said that we're going to look at it this week. And then we discussed that we'll look at only one more topic. This is asymmetric information. Okay. So, Amra, do we need to go through this? What is game theory? What is an equilibrium? Equilibrium, do we need to go through these things? Look at the slides and let me know, then I can jump to the next topic. Strategy is always a set of best responses. Why do we choose the best responses? Because if the set has a good response or a better response, that is definitely inferior to a best response. That's why when we say strategically, that means we're trying to do the best we can. ঠিক আছে? Equilibriumটা কিভাবে হবে একটা গেমে? When given what you're doing, I don't want to change my decision. Plus, given what I am doing, you also don't want to change your decision. When both of these are true at the same time, we have mutual best response, which we have named as Nash equilibrium. এটা খেলা আছে? Do you remember?
স্যার
Okay. And prisoner's dilemma is the topic that we will look at today. সেটা হচ্ছে cooperation is desirable, but it cannot be enforced. আচ্ছা. How did we define the Nash equilibrium? That I am doing the best I can, assuming you are doing the best you can. This is one statement. Statement B is you are doing the best you can, assuming I am doing the best I can. তারপর আমরা যেটা বলেছি, when we say assuming, then we are implicitly implying that it may or may not be true. When we think like that, technically or mathematically, we are assuming a probability, right? আমরা প্রবাবিলিটি চিন্তা করছি না
ইয়েস
যে
স্যার
এইমাত্র ঘরে যে লোকটা ঢুকবে সে হয়তো একটা ছেলে হতে পারে মেয়ে হতে পারে I'm not certain. So when I'm not certain, then I definitely assign a probability. Okay, 50% likelihood the person who will enter the room right now is a boy, 50% likelihood it will be a girl. So when I make a decision, I know that I'm doing the best I can. I have to assume that you are also doing the same. Why do I have to assume it? Because you are a clever person. You are a rational person like myself. Now, statement B is just the opposite from the other person's perspective. You are doing the best you can, assuming I am doing the best I can for the same reasons. You don't know whether I'm doing the best I can. Therefore, you are assigning a particular probability set to your assumption. Assuming Taki, now we can we are making then we made it more simple. How? That you are doing the best you can, only two outcomes will be applicable. হয় করছে নাইলে করছে না ঠিক আছে if we assume more sets of probability it will become complex. So initially we assume that we are assuming that either you are doing your best or you're not. তাহলে probability 0 আর 1 এর মধ্যে হচ্ছে না
ইয়েস স্যার
If you are doing the best you can, probability is 100%. If you're not, probability is 0%. তাহলে যেটা হয় কি আমরা জিনিসটাকে সহজভাবে জিনিসটাকে অ্যানালাইসিস করতে পারি। ঠিক আছে? ওকে?
ওকে স্যার।
ওকে, লাভলি। তাহলে এখন let's see. Statement A is true, statement B is not true. Then who will want to change their decision? Statement player A or player B? Statement A is correct. Yes, I am doing the best I can. Yes, you are also doing the best you can.
So
But
nobody will change.
Kintu statement B is not true. That means I might be doing the best I can, but I'm not totally sure whether you're doing the same thing. তাহলে statement B টা কে চেঞ্জ করতে চাবে? Who will want to change their decision? A or B?
B. B.
Okay, good. Now, since we are playing a game where there are two decision makers, their decisions are interdependent. How did we define interdependency? Our decision depends on what you're doing. Your decision depends on what I'm doing. So, আমি যখন আমার বেস্টটা ক্যালকুলেট করব, that is given what you're doing, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Great. You're doing the same thing. When you're calculating your best response, that is on the basis of what I'm doing. এখন আমি যদি আমার বেস্ট রেসপন্সটা না করে থাকি based on what you're doing, আমি তো বলবো না ভাই আমি তো সরবো, তাহলে তো আর ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম থাকে না। At the same time, you're doing the best you can given what I'm doing. If I'm not doing the best I can according to your calculations, আমি তখন বলবো যে না I want to change. So if any
Yes,
one
sir.
of us gives a veto যে আমরা আমি চেঞ্জ করব, then it cannot be an equilibrium. If both of us give veto, that also cannot be an equilibrium, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
finally, আমরা দুইজনে যদি বলে yes, given what you are doing, I don't want to change. No veto. You are also saying, given what I am doing, you also don't want to change. No veto. তাহলে we have a mutual best response. At the same time, that's why we are using the word mutual. And তখনই যখন এটা যখনই হবে তখনই we get our so called Nash equilibrium. Okay? ঠিক আছে?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Lovely. আর এইটা আমরা কি বলছি, আচ্ছা এটা একটু স্টপ শেয়ার দেই। আচ্ছা, we were looking at a game where there's only two prices in front of us, high price or low price. আচ্ছা, high price low price টা আমরা কিভাবে ডিফাইন করেছি? If it is a high price that I would like to set, then given what you're doing, then it's a monopoly price. If it is a low price I want to set, given what you're doing, it is a perfectly competitive price. ঠিক আছে? Okay? Like we have two prices, a high price and a low price. High price will definitely be a monopoly market. Low price will be a perfectly competitive market. ঠিক আছে?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, lovely. Then we made another assumption that the two people here, A and B, or you and I, whatever, we are selling a homogeneous good. That means the good is identical in the eyes of whoever wants to buy. This has a very important implication. In the previous class, we have said that homogeneous goods always sell at the same price, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. এখন আমরা দুইজনে যদি একটা ডিলে আসি before the game starts, both of us are going to charge a high price. If both of us honestly stick to our deal, then both of us will profit at the same time with the monopoly price, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
আচ্ছা গেল, কিন্তু খেলাটা হচ্ছে if I stick to the part of the deal by setting a high price, but you lower the price, what response will happen? Everybody will buy from you because it is an identical object. They will buy
Yes,
nothing
sir.
from me. You know that very well, right? That if you can successfully cheat me, you will get the entire market share. একইভাবে, you cannot think that I'm a fool. I'm also rational. So when I'm thinking about the whole thing, I am also seeing that কি বলে এটার নাম? You will also do the same. That if I can successfully cheat you, I get the entire market share. How can I successfully cheat you, or how can you successfully cheat me? By charging the high price or the low price?
Low price.
Low price.
Does everybody agree that if I am successful in cheating, I have to charge the low price? If you are successful in cheating, you have to charge the low price as well, right? Everybody, do we all agree?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
তাহলে
sir.
এখন common sense থেকে you guys tell me that isn't it an equilibrium that I will charge the low price and so will you?
Yes, sir.
That is the Nash equilibrium. Even if you charge high price, I will charge low price. Why? Because if you charge the high price and I charge a low price, I gain the entire market share. I will definitely charge it. You have a second option now. If you charge a low price, isn't it foolish for me to charge a high price?
Yes, sir.
তাহলে আমি definitely high price charge করব না, তখন I will definitely charge the low price again, তাই না?
Yes, sir.
Now you are also thinking the same. If I charge a high price, given that I'm charging a high price, you will definitely charge a low price to gain the entire market share. At the same time, I have a second option to charge a low price. Given that I'm charging a low price, it is foolish for you to charge a high price. So what will you do? You will also charge a low price. Okay?
Yes, sir.
আমরা আজকে যেটা রিভিজিট করব, once we get to the matrix, যেহেতু এটা মোটামুটি আমরা সবাই এগ্রি করেছি, we will show why the Nash equilibrium is the equilibrium. Then we will show that it's a bad equilibrium. Okay? ঠিক আছে?
Yes, sir.
Okay, lovely. তাহলে আমরা let's get back to the share screen. Can you guys see? Yes, you can see now. Okay, so এই যে দেখো যাক, ওই player B, I am now A, the red one. So player B can charge a high price, monopoly price. Player B can charge the low price, the competitive price. The player B যদি high price করে, if I charge high price, I get 2 million, half of the total market share. If I charge a low price, I get the entire market share, 4 million. এই যে এখানে কিন্তু total market share কিন্তু 4 million. Sales of A and B is 4 million. এখানে আমি পুরাটা পেয়ে যাব, তাই না?
Yes, sir.
ওকে, তাহলে আমি এটা ইয়ে করি, গ্রিন দিব, হ্যাঁ গ্রিন দিব।
খাটের বাড়ি মেরো না, ভয় লাগে খাট ভেঙে যাবে।
কে কাকে বাড়ি মারা করতেছে? Full market share. In that case, what will happen? I will definitely charge a low price, targeting this 4M. Won't you do the same thing? If I charge a high price and you charge a low price, won't you get the entire market share?
Yes, sir.
Okay. তাইলে, why is this -1 coming into the picture? What is this -1? If you charge a high price, I charge a low price, I gain the entire market share. You don't sell anything, but why are you having -1?
Fixed cost.
Fixed cost, right? Because there was a fixed cost to enter the market, which we are assuming to be 1 million pounds or 1 million taka, $1 million. So if I can gain the entire market share, i.e. I get 4M, 2M plus 2M, you will have no sales, 0, but কি হবে? You will also have to lose your fixed cost of entrance. এটা clear এখন -1 টা?
Yes, sir.
Okay, lovely. তাহলে এখন আমরা দেখি, আচ্ছা এগুলো তো আমরা দেখছি, আচ্ছা আপনি গেলাম দেখি ও না, এই যে this is the one that I want. Okay, let us lock the game in this cell number 3. Who is happy? Player A or player B? Who is happy? Player A or player B?
A.
এটা তো
Player B.
who said player B? Don't worry, it's a negative, it's a wrong answer, but we'll try to see why. You, somebody said player B, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, lovely, no problem. Now you tell me, why did you think that player B is happy? Let's see whether player B is happy. Given
Because
that, yeah, no, don't worry, make a mistake. If you make a mistake here, you won't make a mistake in the exam, right? Now?
yes, sir.
So don't worry, making mistakes is part of being human. Okay, I'm looking at player B now, okay? Given that player A has chosen low price, player B has chosen low price. Now,
স্যার বুঝি না আর উপরে একটু বল।
no. Oh, ho. এটা হচ্ছে, how did we get to this? We got to this, given that player B has chosen high price, player A has chosen low price. এটা বুঝছো সবাই? না বুঝলে বলো, I will repeat myself 50 times.
স্যার আরেকবার বলেন।
Very good. Then let me get back to over here. Okay. Given that player B chooses high price, player B is operating in column 1. Everybody clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the response from player A? If he chooses high price, he gets 2M. If he chooses low price, he gets 4M. ঠিক আছে? তাহলে what is his best response? Given that player B has chosen high price, 4M choose করাটা দরকার না?
Yes, sir. 4M choose করাটা দরকার।
So this is the best response. Acha, what is another strategy of player B? Player B can choose a low price. If player B is choosing a low price, the game is nothing but column 2. Everybody clear? If player B chooses low price, column is totally column 2. Right? সবাই কি একমত এই ব্যাপারে?
স্যার এটা একটু কনফিউজ লাগতেছে।
Very good.
Sir, low price এর এটা একটু কনফিউজ লাগতেছে।
আচ্ছা শোনো, if player B has two options, high price or low price. If he chooses high price, we are operating in column 1. Can you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In that case, he has just another strategy, another action he can choose, which is named low price. We could have named it something else. No problem. If he operates on column 2, so he charges a low price. তাহলে আমরা শুধু column 2 দেখবো না, আর কিছু দেখবো? Player B বলছে আমি low price charge করব। তাহলে তো সে definitely high price charge করছে না, করছে?
No, sir.
No, sir.
অবশ্যই column 2 থাকবে শুধু। player B যদি বলে আমি হাই প্রাইস চার্জ করব, তাহলে is column 2 relevant now? যদি সে বলে আমি হাই প্রাইস চার্জ করব, is column 2 relevant?
No, sir.
তাইলে if he chooses to choose a high price, he is operating on column 1. এই ইনফরমেশনটা A ক্লাসে আছে। তাহলে A কি চিন্তা করবে? Okay, he is operating on column 1. What are my options? If I choose high price, I will get 2M. But if I can choose low price, that means if I can successfully cheat him, I get 4M. So then what will A do? Is this not his best response? Given
sir.
that player he is choosing high price, যাদের সন্দেহ ছিল তারা আমাকে বলো। এখন এটা দেখতে পাচ্ছে সবাই এখন?
Yes, sir.
Good. If you don't understand, tell me, don't worry. Acha, then there's another option in front of player B, low price. Which column is low price? Column 2. ঠিক আছে? So this is column 1, this is column 2. তাহলে যদি সে বলে আমি low price খেলবো, that means player A, the row player, will only calculate column 2. আচ্ছা, column 2 calculate করে সে কি করবে? Okay, he's charging a low price. If I charge high price, my profit is -1. If I charge low price, my profit is 0. So isn't 0 better than -1?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that is so given player B has chosen column 2, the best response of player A is column row 2, AJ, to charge a low price. এবার clear?
Yes, sir.
ওকে, এখন আমরা অন্য একটা কালার দেই। হ্যাঁ আমি কালারও তো নাই, ব্লু ইউজ করছি, গ্রিন ইউজ করছি, রেড ইউজ করি নাই। ওকে, এখন এটা দেখি আমরা। দিস ইজ A1, দিস ইজ A2. Player A has decided I will charge a high price. তার মানে কি player A will operate only on row 1. এটা কি সবাই দেখছে?
Yes, sir.
তাহলে এখন if you are player B, what information do you have? He will be operating on row 1, he will not be operating on row 2. তাহলে তোমার চোখটা পুরোটা পড়বে শুধু row 1 এর, তাই না?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you are player B. What are your responses? You have 2 responses. If you charge high price, when he charges high price, you get 2M. If you charge low price, that means successfully you can cheat him, you get 4M. So what is your best response in these two? If he charges high price, I charge low price. Right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Acha. এখন হচ্ছে player A has another option on row 2. What was it? Low price. তো সে খেলা শুরু হওয়ার আগে বললো আমি low price charge করব। আচ্ছা, তার মানে if you are player 2 or B, whatever, তাহলে তুমি জানো যে ও কিন্তু রো 2 ছাড়া আর কোথাও অপারেট করছে না, দ্যাট মিন্স রো 1 ডাজ নট এক্সিস্ট। ঠিক?
Yes, sir.
গ্রেট। তাহলে if he's playing on row 2, আচ্ছা ওয়ান সেকেন্ড, হ্যাঁ কি শেষ বিদায় করে দে। হ্যাঁ, if he's operating on row 2, then one response is if you charge high price -1, if you charge low price 0. So what will you do? Isn't 0 best response among the two?
Yes, sir. Zero will be better. Best.
If player A charges low price, player B also charges low price as the best response. Ever clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. এবার যদি ক্লিয়ার হয় আর ঝামেলা নাই। এই যে এখন দেখা যাক এইখানে কি কয়জনের বেস্ট রেসপন্স আছে? একজনের না?
জি স্যার।
তাহলে বেস্ট রেসপন্স নাই এর। He's not happy. So if we lock the game in this cell, player 1 will say, oh, he is charging high price, so I charge low price. This is the best response I can make. So I don't want to change. Player B ki bolbe, oh, he is charging low price and I am charging high price. Is player B doing the best?
No.
তাহলে তার player B automatically কি change করতে চাবে না?
Yes, sir. Low price is available.
Okay, great. That means it's not a mutual best response. একইভাবে এই সেলটাতে যদি আমরা খেলাটা চেঞ্জ সরি এটা আরে এটা দিয়ে হবে তো অন্য হবে কোনো মানে আছে এগুলো জাস্ট আ সেকেন্ড okay, so if we lock the game here তাহলে কি হচ্ছে? What is player B saying? Given that he has changed a high price, I am charging a low price. So isn't it the best response for player B, given that player A has charged high price?
Yes, sir.
So player B will say, no, I don't want to move. Now, what about player A? Player A will say, given that the player A ki bolbe? Oh, given that he has chosen a low price, I have chosen a high price. Is this the best response for player A?
No.
Player A will, if we lock the game over here, player A will say, "Na, bhai, I want to change." So this cell and this cell, neither of the two can be an equilibrium because one of the two players is vetoing. Okay?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good. আর এইটাতে কি হচ্ছে? Let's look at player A. Given that he's charging a high price, I am also charging a high price. I'm getting 2M. Is this my best response? If he charges the high price, no. My best response ki low price charge kora na?
Yes, sir.
So So player A will want to move. What about player B? If player B চিন্তা করছে, ধরো player B চিন্তা করছে, he has charged a high price, I have charged a high price. Is this my best response? No. My best response would have been to charge a low price, right?
Yes, sir.
তাহলে এই সেলে যদি আমরা গেমটা আটকাই, তাহলে both the players will say they want to move. Can that be an equilibrium? Can that be?
Yes,
Who said yes?
sir. I'm
Good. You've made a mistake, and now let's see why it's a mistake. But don't hesitate. Just even if you
okay, sir.
just carry
Yes,
on.
sir.
No problem. ভুল যা করা এখানেই করতে হবে। সেটা হচ্ছে equilibrium is such a situation. Once we have reached it, nobody wants to move. এটা equilibrium না? বাটখারা যখন ব্যালেন্স হবে, do we say that ডানটাকে একটু হালকা করো বা ভারী করো? When a balance,
হ্যাঁ, স্যার।
আমরা কি কোনো সময় বলি যে ডান দিকেটা একটু ভারী করো বা হালকা করো?
না, না, স্যার, না।
তাহলে equilibrium is defined like that. Once we reach it, we don't want to change given what the other person is doing. এখানে কি হচ্ছে? এটা যেহেতু তো you're having doubt. If I am player B, what am I doing? Given that he's playing high price, the other person, I have chosen a high price. Is this the best I can do? Or
No, sir.
I could do better if I chose the right column instead of the left column, right? So I will say as player
Yes,
B,
sir.
change. Acha, player A ki bolche? Given that he has chosen column 1, I have chosen row 1, I get row 2 million. Is this my best response? Or was my best
No,
response?
sir. Low price is best response, sir.
ঠিক আছে, তাহলে player A will also say, given that he's playing column 1, my response as row 1 is not my best response. So I want to move. তারা দুইজনই মুভ করতে চাচ্ছে না ওই সেল থেকে?
Yes, sir. তাহলে equilibrium হয়নি।
এইবার the person who had doubt a little while ago, is তোমার ডাউট কি চলে গেছে এখন?
জি, স্যার।
গুড। তুমি শিওর তো নাকি আমাকে খুশি করার জন্য বলতেছো কোনটা?
না স্যার, এটা একটা ওই ধরনের সিসঅ গেম যেখানে ধরুন দুটা বাচ্চা খেলে, যখনই দুইজনই দুই সিট মানে উঁচুতে থাকতে চায় তখন এটা ইকুইলিব্রিয়ামই হয় না।
হ্যাঁ
যখন একটা সিট ছেড়ে যায় তখনই হয়তো ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম হয়। এটাই বোঝাতে চাইছেন স্যার?
হ্যাঁ 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 হ্যাঁ, রাইট, কারেক্ট। এবার তাহলে ক্লিয়ার তাহলে না?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
হ্যাঁ, where is your screen? স্ক্রিনটা হারিয়ে গেল নাকি? ও না। তাইলে এখন দেখো, why is this an equilibrium? I am play, আরে আল্লাহ, আবার ভুল করছি। এবার ঠিক আছে। If you are player B, what are you doing? Given that player A has chosen low price, you have also chosen low price. Is this your best response given what he's doing? Yes. Why?
Yes.
He has chosen row 2, you have chosen column 2. If you did not choose column 2, you would have chosen column 1, তাই না?
জি, স্যার।
And you would have got minus M. So definitely this is your best response, right?
Yes,
আবার
sir.
দেখি আমরা, player A has chosen row 2. What have you done as player B? You have also chosen row 2 and you get 0. Is this your best response? Let's see. If he chose low price, your two responses were low price, high price. So if you chose high price, you would have got minus M. Minus M is 0M better now?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
you will say, no, I don't want to move. Now let's look at player A. Player A ki dekhche? Given that player B has chosen column 2, I have chosen row 2. I get 0. If I did not choose row 2, I would have got I would have chosen row 1, and because he has chosen column 2, I would have got minus 1. তাহলে এই 0টা কি আমার বেস্ট রেসপন্স না?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir, row 2 best response.
Good. বাস, তাহলে this must be our mutual best response. That means the Nash equilibrium. Is that clear now?
Yes sir.
Okay. তাহলে you look at this part of the video again. The thing is, equilibrium is a situation. Once we reach it, given what you're doing, I don't want to change my decision because I'm showing a best response given what you're doing. You also don't want to change your decision given what I'm doing. You are also showing a best response given to what I'm doing. তাহলে if you and I আমরা দুইজনে যদি একসাথে best response দেখাই given what the other person is doing, it becomes a mutual best response. That is the whole logic behind Nash equilibrium.
স্যার এটাই তাহলে ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম।
হ্যাঁ, এটা equilibrium, but
ওকে স্যার।
ask yourself বাকি তিনটা কেন equilibrium না? Okay?
ওকে ওকে স্যার।
মানে ব্যাপার হচ্ছে কি, if you can answer why the other three are not equilibrium, তাহলে কিন্তু you will be able to appreciate why that last cell is the equilibrium. ঠিক আছে? And if you have any problem, don't worry, you just ask me in the Facebook group, I'll answer for next time when we meet in class. Okay?
ওকে স্যার।
Okay, এখন এই আমরা তো ন্যাশ ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম এস্টাবলিশ করলাম। এই পার্টিকুলার ন্যাশ ইকুইলিব্রিয়ামে একটা বৈশিষ্ট্য আছে, just because we have come to equilibrium does not mean that equilibrium will be a good equilibrium. যখন একটা ডিপ্রেশন চলে ইকোনমিতে, it is stuck না, ইকোনমি স্টাক হয়ে যায় থাকে না? আচ্ছা,
ইয়েস স্যার।
আচ্ছা, যখন if one of us in the class is suffering from depression, ঠিক আছে, isn't that an equilibrium? আমরা তো এখানে বের হতে পারছি না, পারছি?
Yes sir.
We can't get out, right? So just because something has reached an equilibrium does not necessarily imply that it will be a good equilibrium. It can be a bad equilibrium. This is what the prisoner's dilemma is all about. Equilibrium here is established, but it is not a good equilibrium. A better equilibrium does exist, but that cannot be enforced. এই কথাটা আমি দুইবার বলবো আরো। Equilibrium in this particular prisoner's dilemma model exists, but it is a bad equilibrium. A mutually better situation for both of us would have
স্যার
existed.
ব্যাড ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম এই কারণে যে এখানে কোনো প্রোগ্রেস নেই, তাই?
Bad equilibrium because once I show the matrix again, I'll elaborate it.
ওকে স্যার। ওকে স্যার।
আমি লাস্ট বারের মতো বলি, the equilibrium is a bad equilibrium. A better equilibrium exists for both you and me, but it cannot be enforced. ঠিক আছে? ওকে, এখন আমরা ইয়েতে যাই। Let us get back to the আচ্ছা, দেখতে পাচ্ছ সবাই? হ্যাঁ, দেখতে পাচ্ছ। এটা আমাদের ন্যাশ ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম না?
Yes, sir.
ওকে,
ইয়েস স্যার।
এখন আমি যদি বলি we have said it's a bad equilibrium, why? এটা টোটাল, what is the sum total here? 0.
ইয়েস স্যার।
The two of us earn 0 together. এখানে how much do we earn together?
3.
আচ্ছা, এখানে how much do we earn together?
3.
3.
আচ্ছা, how much do we earn together here?
4.
Isn't this a mutually better equilibrium for both of us? কিভাবে?
স্যার ভিজুয়ালি বেটার।
আচ্ছা, আমি বলতেছি কেন, এটা আরেকটা আছে। এই যদি আমরা যদি 0 0 থেকে মুভ করে যদি এখানে আসি, who will say yes I will go? One person or both persons?
One question.
One person, that's player B, right?
Yes, sir.
ইয়েস স্যার।
If we are here and I say we want to go to this equilibrium, who will say he will not go? B or A?
B.
Okay, তার মানে these two outcomes is beneficial for one person but not beneficial for the other. Okay?
ইয়েস স্যার।
আচ্ছা, এখন দেখা যাক, এখন যদি বলি যে না আমি 0 0 m না, we will go to this one. Will both of you say yes? Yes, we want to go.
Yes.
তার মানে
Yes.
isn't this wasn't this a better mutually beneficial equilibrium?
Yes, sir.
Sir, which one?
এই যে
2m 2m.
আমরা
Yes, sir.
আচ্ছা, the person who asked which one, আমরা তো 0 0 m এ আছি, তাই না?
Yes, sir.
ওকে, এখন আমি যদি বলি আমরা 2m 2m এ যাব, player A will see that he will gain 2, player B will see that he will gain 2. So both of the players will say yes, we want to go there. কিন্তু আমি
Yes,
যদি
sir.
বলি এখান থেকে উপরে যাব, player A will see that he will lose 1, player B will see that he will gain 4. ঠিক আছে? So in that
Yes,
case,
sir.
what will happen? In that case, player B will want to go, player A will not want to go, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
এখানে player A will want to go, player B will not want to go. ঠিক আছে? তাইলে আমরা এই যে এখানে যে যাচ্ছি, এটা is mutually beneficial for both of us. So this was a better equilibrium, right?
Yes, sir.
আচ্ছা, এখন why is this not possible? Any mutual benefit between you and me is a function of something that will happen in the future. এই ব্যাপারটা সবাই একমত কিনা?
Sir, sorry.
Any mutual benefit আমরা দুইজনই এনজয় করব, দুইজনই 2m এনজয় করব, isn't this something that will happen in the future?
Yes, sir.
So if we promise ourselves right now, okay, I will charge high price, you will also charge high price. Promiseer ফলাফল is always something that will happen in the future. তাই না?
Right. Yes, sir.
So if a future does not exist, a promise, a reward, or a punishment, neither of the three makes any sense. এই জিনিসটার সাথে একমত কিনা?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
আমি আবার বলি, if future does not exist, then a promise, the outcome of a promise, which is a reward, the cheating of a promise, which is a punishment, neither of the three exists. If you know that you can successfully cheat me, you have no rational intention to cooperate, right?
Yes, sir.
If I know that I can successfully cheat you, do I have a rational argument to cooperate?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, তাহলে যদি আমরা একবার খেলি, তাহলে কিন্তু there will never ever be any reason, logical reason for us to cooperate. But that is the prisoner's dilemma. তাই না?
Yes, sir.
কিন্তু in reality, we are social beings. We don't interact with the same person only once.
Yes, sir.
আমাদের ফ্রেন্ড সার্কেল বা আমাদের যে মানে প্রতিদিনে যদি আমরা সারাদিনে যদি 100 জনের সাথে রেগুলার ভাবে দেখা সাক্ষাৎ করি, ওদের সাথে কিন্তু আমাদের বারবারই দেখা সাক্ষাৎ হচ্ছে, তাই না?
Ji, sir.
So what will happen if you carry on consistently, making somebody irritated? After some time, সে বাগড়া দিবে না?
Yes, sir.
The reverse will also be true. If somebody consistently keeps on irritating you, irritating me, একসময় আমিও বাগড়া দিব, অথবা চক্ষু লজ্জা খাতিরে I will ignore. তাই তো?
Yes, sir.
তাহলে এখন আমরা প্রিজনার্স ডিলেমাটা আবার ফেরত যাই। এই যে এটা না এটা এই যে এটা, the best joint outcome is cell 1 2m 2m, right? Because total is 4, total 4 কিন্তু কোনটাতে নাই, এটাতে 3, এটাতে 3, এটাতে 0, right? But the Nash equilibrium is in cell 4 0m 0m, not best for both, thus it is a bad equilibrium. Okay?
Okay.
Acha. For the best outcome, there has to be a mechanism whereby we both cooperate. The only way that can be ensured is if the future exists. এখন যদি গভর্নমেন্ট যদি বলে যে if you break the law, you will be sent to jail or you have to pay a penalty, এটা কি তুমি ঘটানোর পরে পানিশমেন্টটা হবে না?
Yes, sir.
কিন্তু আমি যদি জানি এই যে আমার গভর্নিং অথরিটি আমাকে এই ভয়টা দেখাইছে, কিন্তু সে কিছুই করতে পারবে না, so do I have any rational reason to follow the law?
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
তো তাহলে ইভেন ইফ কেউ যদি বলে যে না কেন, আমি যদি গভর্নমেন্ট অথবা ইন ইউর কেস ইউর ইউনিভার্সিটি গভর্নিং অথরিটি, তারা যদি একটা কিছু বলে যে ঠিক আছে, ইফ ইউ ক্রস দিস লাইন দিস ইজ দ্য পানিশমেন্ট ইউ হ্যাভ টু পে, বাট from historical evidence you found out that এটা কেউ গাও করে না, so nobody will have an incentive to follow the rule. তাইলে the
Yes,
first
sir.
thing for any prisoner's dilemma to successfully happen, to bypass a prisoner's dilemma হচ্ছে the future has to exist. How does the future exist? Government can force us not to add bhejal in the food, and if the government catches you, you will be seriously fined. এখন এটা যদি সত্যি সত্যি হয় তাহলে মানুষ কি রুলস ফলো করবে না?
Yes, sir, করবে।
This is one way. Another way is আবার তোমাদের সিঙ্গারা দোকানগুলো ব্র্যাকেট ইউনিভার্সিটিতে ওরা যদি রিপিটেডলি কোয়ালিটি যদি খারাপ করতে থাকে, আফটার সাম টাইম কি ছেলে মেয়ে কেনা বন্ধ করে দিবে না?
জি স্যার।
অথবা তাদেরকে গিয়ে বলবে না যে কি ভাই কি শুরু করছো তোমরা? তাইলে দেখো ওই this type of enforcement can happen two ways. It can happen naturally, it can also happen forcibly from external mechanisms, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, lovely. তাহলে আমরা আবার এখানে যাই। এখন আমরা মোটামুটি পার্ট 1 শেষ করে ফেলছি। এই যে cooperation is mutually beneficial for both of us. We know it. But cooperation depends on trust. Trust is a function of your past behavior. Whether you are trustworthy with me or whether I am trustworthy with you, this is a function of our past behavior, তাই না?
Yes, sir.
So any punishment or reward depending on the trust we do or the trust we break has to be something that lies in the future. অথবা there is a social convention or legal binding. Social convention টা কি? মানুষ তো এথিক্স আর মোরালিটির কারণে মানুষের ক্ষতি করে না, তাই না?
Yes, sir.
মানে সব সময় যে সবকিছু মানুষ স্বার্থভাবে দেখে তা না, সামটাইমস মানুষ খুশি মনে মানুষকে সাহায্য করে, তাই না? এথিক্স আর মোরালিটির কারণে there are and other social conventions we don't do bad things. And another way that we don't do it if there is a legal system that will punish us. ঠিক আছে? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so finally হচ্ছে for conditions for cooperation, what are the conditions? Number 1, future has to credibly exist. Punishment and rewards can be enforced. If firms can create reputation, for example Apple, that my product is definitely much better than anybody else's, then definitely firm can charge a high price, তাই না?
Yes, sir.
আচ্ছা, আরেকটা হচ্ছে এটা পরে করব আমরা। ওকে, গুড। এখন আমি যেটা করব, আমি এই রেকর্ডিংটা বন্ধ করলাম। দিস ইজ এন্ড অফ পার্ট 1। ওকে,
Okay, sir.
এটা এন্ড অফ পার্ট 1 দিলাম।